wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So today me and my group will explain to you guys about the affixes. But first, allow me and my group to introduce ourselves. First, my name is Nabil Rifki.
My name is Gracia Agnes Paulina.
And my name is Haidilika Sasai. So the first part is the root. What is a root word? A root word is the core part of word that hold its basic meaning, often derived from Latin or Greek. Roots are the foundation on which more complex words are built. While prefixes or suffixes can be added to change the word's meaning, the root remains the main source of meaning. We have the example, for instance, in the word reaction. The root is act, meaning to do or to move. And we have another example. The first example is we have speak has a meaning to talk or communicate verbally. Example, speak, spoken, or speaker. And we have look has a meaning to direct one's gaze. The example, look, outlook, or overlook. And the third one, work has a meaning to labor or exert effort. The example, we have work, worker, and reward. And the fourth, light has a meaning brightness or illumination. We have examples, light, lighten, and delight. And the last one is play has a meaning to engage in activity for enjoyment. And the example is play, replay, or playful. And we have another example, Latin roots and Greek roots. I already talked about the Latin roots, such as speak, look, work, and light. And we have Greek roots. The first one is aqua, has a meaning water. Example, aquarium, aquatic, or aqueduct. And the second one is port, meaning has a meaning to carry. And the example, when we add the suffix and prefixes, we have transport, portable, and import. And the third one is rub, has a meaning to break. The example is interrupt, erupt, and disrupt. And the last one, we have fit or vis, has a meaning to see. The example, video, visible, and vision. So how to identify the root? We have separate the prefix and suffix, looking for familiar prefixes or suffixes that may be surrounded. By removing these additions, you're left with the essential part of the word. We have the unhappiness has an example. After removing un and ness, we're left with happy. So happy is the root. And the second, check the core meaning. The root usually holds the main idea of the word. In transport, for the example, port has a meaning to carry, even though trans at the idea of moving across, port is the foundation. And the last part to identifying the root, we have use context. Context is also a helpful tool in identifying roots. If you see a pattern in words with related meanings, they might share the same root. Words like vision, visible, and invisible, for example, all share vis, a Latin root related to see. So the conclusion about the root. The root word carries the primary meaning, and prefixes and suffixes modify or extend this meaning. And the last part, recognizing roots can help you understand unfamiliar words. So this is all for me. So the second part, with prefixes, would be explained by Agnes. Okay, I would like to explain about a prefix. So a prefix is a letter or group of letters that added to the beginning of word, and it can change the definition or meaning of word. Similarly, pre can be added to indicate something happening before, like a preview, which means to see something in advance, change or modify the word's meaning. For example, adding "un" to happy create unhappy, so it will change the meaning. Okay. Prefix have three types. The types of prefix. First is time related. We have pre, it means before, and post mean after. For mean before too. With example of word preview. For example, preview, postword, and forecast. The second is negative prefix. It have "un", it means not, and "this" is mean opposite. "Non" also mean not to. "In", "un", "ill", "in", "ill", "ir", it means not. For example, unhappy, disagree, nonsense, invisible, impossible, and illegal. The third is number prefix. First is uni, it means one. B means two. Three means three. And quad means four. For example, we have unicycle, bicycle, and triangle. The fourth size prefix. First we have micro, it means small. Macro means large. Mega means very, very large. And mini means small, just like a micro. For example, we have microscope, microeconomics, megabyte. And number 5 is position prefix. First is inter, it means between. Trans means across. Sub means under. And super means over. For example is international, transport, and subway. So that's all from me. The next is my friend.
And I will explain to you guys about suffix. What is a suffix? Suffix, on the other hand, is attached to the end of a word and often changes the word's grammatical function. Another common suffix is ly, which can turn an adjective into an adverb, like quick becoming quickly, to describe how an action is performed, change or modifies the word's meaning or grammatical function. So, there are 4 types of suffix. One is noun suffix, like er, for the one who, ness, for the state of, and ion for the action or result. For the example, it's teacher, happiness, action. And the second is adjective suffix, with full, which means full of, less, which means without, able or able, which means capable of, and os, for having qualities of. And the example words is beautiful, fearless, reliable, and curious. And the third is verb suffix. For example, is in, to make, ify is to make, I is to become. For the example word is lengthen, magnify, and modernize. And the fourth is adverb suffix, like ly is for in a certain way, ward for direction of example. Example word is quickly, slowly, upwards, or downwards.
The next one is Q&A session. If anyone has a question for our presentation? first.
Okay, I want to ask you about, wait. Like, we know there is a word fear, afraid, fear. There is like affixes like fearful, fearsome. Could you like explain to me what's like the subtle difference about between the like fearful and fearsome?
Difference between fearful and fearsome.
Yes, just that. Thank you.
How much question? We only have two. Okay. Okay, Rachel.
Okay, my name is Rahma. I can ask about can affixes influence the tone or formality of a word?
Can affixes
Influence the tone or formality of a word? The tone or formality of a word.
Can affixes influence the tone of formality in the word of word?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Can you guys give us a second minute to answer the question?
Yes, of course.
Thank you guys to give us a minute to answer the question. And the first question from Alda would be answering by Nabil.
So I will answer Alda's question. The difference between fearful and fearsome. So the definition of fearful is feeling or experiencing fear. So you experience the fear. And for fearsome, the definition of fearsome is causing fear, of inspiring dread, frightening. So we're the one who give a fear, and for the fearful, we're the one who experiencing the fear. Okay, that's it.
Can you accept the answer? Okay, so the affixes after it how do you say it? Like affect the word itself.
Yes, it really affects the meaning of the word itself.
Okay, thank you.
It's changed the word.
Thank you for the question. So the second question would be answered by Agnes.
Okay. The question is, can affixes influence the tone of formality of word? Yes, affixes can significantly influence the tone of formality of word. Affixes such as prefixes, suffixes, infixes, and circumfixes are added to the base word or root to modify their meaning, grammatical function, or nuance. Depending on the type of affix and how it is used, it can alter the word present level of formality, making it sound more formal, informal, technical, or colloquial. For example, I will give you an example of prefix. Lego, versus legislate. It was a prefix. And it also the prefix too, but it give a more formal technical tone. Legis is from Latin. Legal is informal and legislate is Legal is informal and legislate is formal. More formal.
Okay, I get it.
Thank you for the question.
Thank you.
This is all from us. Thank you for paying attention for our presentations. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Thank you.